Well, Abdalaziz Alhamza is the co-founder of Raqqa is being slaughtered silently. That's a campaign launched by a group of non-violent activists in Raqqa to expose the atrocities committed there. And as you can see, he joins us live via Skype from Berlin. Thanks so much for being with us on the programme. And from where you are in Berlin, what does it feel like to watch those images coming out of Raqqa and to hear that ISIL has been driven out?
Yeah, hi first. So for sure, me, as many people from Raqqa, we were waiting for that moment when ISIL will be defeated. But unfortunately, it was not the scenario that we were or we hoped to expect. So ISIS was defeated, but at the same time, the city turned to be completely destroyed city. So 90% of the city is destroyed. Thousands of civilians being killed. The campaign was not careful at all. The main goal of the campaign was only to defeat ISIS without caring of the civilians who've been living there about anything else. So it turned to be a tragedy. The people who were lucky to leave the city recently, they left, and they left behind them thousands of people who've been killed under rubble. At least most of the people, they lost family members, relatives, neighbors. So unfortunately, it was a sad scenario.
Yeah, it's horrific what has been happening in Raqqa. What about the future? Do you think those who fled Raqqa before, will they decide to return? I mean, they are returning to a city that has all but been destroyed, but will they feel the urge and the need to go back?
So, I don't think that ISIS fighters will come back again to the city. So they just flee right now. They're trying just to defend them in the city. It's like in their resort. And talking about the civilians, for sure, they hope to go back to the city. But so far, the city is full with landmines, and it's like 90% destroyed. So there is no place for them to go.
And how do your friends and family who are still in Raqqa, how do they regard what the Syrian Democratic Forces have achieved in getting rid of ISIL, and how do they see the SDF?
So, like most of the people in Raqqa, they consider what happened as a new occupation, because they consider SDF first as a strangers, not from the city, and a group that been committing a human rights violation. So, talking especially about children who were able to survive or to flee ISIS territories, being forced to join SDF and fight against ISIS. So right now there are children who are 14, 15 who are fighting with SDF. They were forced to fight with SDF against ISIS. So families, they're trying just to hide their kids, their children, the people that know. In the same time, most of the people, they were sent or transferred to an arresting camp where they can't leave at all, and they need to have someone to insure them. So people from the same city, being in the same city, they can't leave, they can't do anything. So for them, they consider what's happening is as a new occupation where a stranger came to lead them, and there is no plan for the future or the day after. So ISIS is defeated right now, but there is no plan at all. So those civilians are living with unknown future. So it's been so hard for them what to do, what will happen. And right now they are facing a new kind of violations, up to displacement, burning houses, arresting, and those kind of violations had to happen since 2 years when SDF first controlled Tel Aviv, and the same violation is keep going on. And we were trying to call the international community to stop SDF committing this kind of violation, but unfortunately it was kind of promises that they will try to stop them, but nothing happened so far.
All right, Abdalaziz Alhamza joining us there from Berlin. Appreciate your time. Thanks so much.